All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig. You are through to the Kombat show. Joining me, as always, on my two co-hosts. First of all, let's do this in a different order. First of all, say hello to the people, Will.
Hello, people. How you doing? It's Will back again. Controversy, Mr. Controversy, as usual. Let's go.
Controversy King.
Yes,
And joining me, as always, is the person he loves to poke. And that is Ola.
Pause.
To the people.
Pause. But I'm back, man. I'm back.
Of course. I even think about that.
Yeah, man. Man's back on the show. Shout out to the Ghana brother that was on the fight card like the other day, man. Shout out to that brother there too. You know what I mean? But we're back on the show. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, guys. As you come in, please do slap a like on this video. If you're watching for the first time, do hit the subscribe button. We come each and every single Friday, and we even give you two shows when there's a big fight card, which was last weekend, which we covered. We already did a review for last weekend, so if you want to know our thoughts, make sure you check that out if you haven't already. And in between that, there was a fight card yesterday. It was a little fun fight card. I kind of tuned into bits of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. The only reason I tuned into bits of it is because I didn't really sleep that well. So I thought, I might as well watch UFC. What did you guys think of the card yesterday?
It's a good card. I actually woke up, and went on Twitter and realized, oh crap, it's meant to be a card. It's meant to be a card. So I tuned in. I think they were on the main card. Then they just started the main card. But I was dipping in and out, so I really didn't pay too much attention to it. But I did see some of the fights. I did see some of them.
Yeah. It was a decent card for fight night. You know, these are the type of fights that you're gonna get on fight nights, and a lot of them don't really. A lot of the fight night cards, they're either contender fights or fights that are going to get you into a title fight, or just a little bit of rankings movement sort of fights. So those are the fights you're going to get on fight nights, and pay-per-views are a little bit more, title challenges and what's up, Doug? Yeah, title challenges and all those other sort of fights. So, but it was a good card all in all, and this is always the thing that that Dana says with this type of fight night, that if you're gonna, if it's not to your taste, don't watch it and watch the next one. And if that's not to your taste, don't watch it and watch the next one. Because we're gonna have four cards in 14 days. So when you get 4 cards in 14 days, some of them ain't always people that want to cry about Usman's pay-per-view, that's not MMA hardcore. They will not wanted to see this last fight night because the whole card was full of decisions. So every single fight, from the first fight to the main card,
probably had more
was all
action,
decisions.
To be fair. I probably had more action than Usman's fight.
No, but we're picking one fight to a whole card. So everybody that don't like a decision sort of fight, that card is not for you, because all you're gonna get is decisions. Decision. So
well, you say that. Will just said he enjoyed it, and he was a big critic of Usman last week.
Yeah, but I mean, Will only saying in the eyes of for the casuals. When I heard when me and Will was having the argument, he says, "Look, I'm only speaking from the perspective of casuals. Like the way we watch fights, obviously, is different because we look for different things and stuff like that. We're not sitting down here saying we're the hardcores and experts and ex-fighters and all of that. That's not what we are. But we look at fights in maybe a little bit more differently to how a casual would kind of look at fights. So that's what Will was kind of alluding to, just making a point for the casuals, But if that's not your thing, then that card isn't for you. But if you want to see the scrambling, the technicalities, the grappling, the strike, even striking that went all the way to this. You get that, and that card is a mad one, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't watch it live, but I watched it when I got to work because I had to go to work the next morning, so I watched it at work. But yeah, it was a live card. It's a card that is a very very enjoyable card, and this next one as well, I think is going to be very enjoyable too.
Can I ask you a quick question before we move on to anything?
Yeah, go.
Did you guys enjoy Amanda Nunes versus Felicia Spencer?
Oh yeah,
I did.
Domination, wasn't it?
And I quite like Felicia Spencer, but I must admit, you have to just appreciate and be in awe of what she can do, and just to distract you, like you say.
But still, did you see what everybody was saying about Amanda? Why couldn't Amanda finish Nunes? I mean, finish Felicia Spencer. They were all asking the same thing. Go and finish her. Even though she's already got the stardom, they'll still say, "Oh, why can't you?" Sometimes you can't finish someone. It's just how it is. Sometimes you can't.
Now you get my point of what I was trying to say about Usman.
Yeah, I did come back to you in the week. I did come back to you in the week. I came back to you in the week.
Oh no, not you. I'm trying to get to Chig, like trying to get to understand. You see what I mean by like Amanda dominated her, yeah, and because even though she beat her, demolished her, they still said she didn't finish her. Do you get what I'm saying? So what do you think the casuals will say about Usman? Do you get what I'm trying to? That was my point I was trying to make.
But the problem is this. The problem is this. Felicia Spencer hadn't been on the knockout spree that Masvidal has been on. Masvidal, I watched Masvidal's interview, and you know what he said? That made me happy. He said I was dangerous the whole 5-round fight. He said I might have been fatigued in my leg, but my arms could still knock you the fuck out. He said I was dangerous the whole time. I stayed dangerous, and that was the thing that I think Usman's aware of it. You know what I mean? And regardless of how you look at it, Masvidal is always dangerous. He's a dangerous fighter. We know that. We've seen him. It's not somebody that just come on the scene and we know nothing about. This is Masvidal. This is what he does, you know. And he actually said, I bulked up to 170 so I could have that pop in my arm because I wasn't really getting there at 155. So I had to leave that a little bit like what Gilbert Burns has done. Like I wasn't really getting that pop at 155. I had to come to 170, man. And when I come 170, I realized, yeah, that power's there. And I start using that shit. And all of a sudden, he's putting people away. And he's putting them away easy because there's a bit more oomph to that power there. And anybody that knows and has watched Masvidal fight would know that it's not a pushover. It's not one of those guys that you can just go and just think, yeah, easy win over this guy. No. You know, he's well versed in the game, and he's been around for a long time. He's long in the tooth, like the way I like to call it. He's been around for a minute, and if you go around there hanging your chin out to that guy, he will take that chin. You know what I mean? And that's what me and Chig was saying in defense of Usman. That just because Usman spars with big guys, don't mean he has to go and risk his chin.
Oh no! I got your point.
Against someone like Masvidal, you know what I'm trying to say. So but in a way, it was balanced.
And to be honest, I think my point, I got your angle last week, but my whole thing was, and maybe I kind of didn't illustrate it properly because, like you, I'd seen all them comments. I think me and you watched very similar MMA shows in the lead up to particularly big events. And I just seen all these comments. I'm like, I'm just sat here like, flipping heck, cut this guy some slack. Like he saw a threat. Remember, yes, he was training, but he was training for a completely different opponent. Yeah. And he also had to adjust. And for me, he dominated, I would suggest 90% of that fight. 90%. Yeah. And yes, I agree with Archie. The reason that the fight sold 1.3 million was predominantly because of Masvidal.
We've said it from the beginning. Masvidal is the A side. He's the biggest star. We've said it. He's the bigger star. He's got more. He's got more clout. He's the one that's bringing the clout. But he got the clout from somewhere as well. He got the clout from somewhere. Nick gave him that clout. Nick got that clout from somewhere. Conor gave Nick that clout. Conor really gave Nate that clout. You got let's call a spade a spade. Conor gave Nate that big pop, that big clout that Nate is walking around with today. Nate's always been big. He's been around for a minute as well. The same thing like I said about Masvidal.
So goes back to saying what I said. Now Usman had Masvidal's fans to take.
Yeah, but look,
you see how you played it.
You just played it. That's what I was trying to say. But I did say to you that I came back to you in a week. Yeah. What I'm trying to say, and check this out, Chig. Yeah. Right. Before we jump off this topic here, I know you're a big Bisping. You know what I mean? You fuck with Bisping heavy, and you saw what? Did you watch his podcast? This week,
I saw the beautiful rant that he did too. I wanted to talk to you guys about that.
So you saw what he did to Lewis about the Canadian thing. I love that shit.
He went off on
Lewis.
No, on Henderson.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
you forgot about that one.
Yeah.
He went off on him. I was cracking up. Oh,
the fact that Bisping was bringing on the table, they saying, oh yeah, but he didn't take none of Masvidal's fans, and Bisping made the point and said, listen, have you checked the population of Nigeria? Nigeria has got over 250 million people in that country. The economy is not poor. Just because it's not took fans here in America, don't mean he don't have his fans from where he's from. Like the president of Nigeria tweeted, you know what I mean? Like this achievement is recognized. It might just because it's not recognized on the mainstream here, don't mean there's millions and millions of people that's not happy about what Usman did. So yeah, we know Masvidal is got it's the same with Khabib. Just because it's not really that big of the American fucking speaking type, like he's big in Russia. They love him out there. And he's content with that. He's not trying to take Conor's fans. He's happy with his own people. He's happy with his own. You know, this is what I'm trying to say. He's happy with his own people.
In Russia, they have the pay-per-view thing, so they still buy it. Yeah. In Nigeria, we get the fights for. Do you get? We get it for free.
It's a growing market as well. It's a growing market.
I will say this.
You know the fighters has been trying to take the fight back down there. They're working on it. They're working on it. So hopefully at some point something like that is gonna happen.
I think South Africa will be the first place, but
I think once that happens, the market's gonna boom, just gonna go mad like that.
I will say this though. I suppose this supports Will's point a little bit more. I guess, but the one thing that Nigerians don't have it, you know, they're not entertained. They will tell you. Do you remember when AJ fought Andy Ruiz?
I was about to say AJ.
And there was a Nigerian
who left
Nigerian woman. I just thought, oh my gosh, my people, man, did not ramp. Was just like, do you think that the next time you might knock out your opponent because you didn't really do well in this fight, did you? I was just like,
wow.
I was just like, wow.
Just like that.
We are not backwards about coming forward.
Wow.
If they have to, they will. You know what I mean? And that's just the thing. That's.
I think to enhance on Ola's point before he says it though, yeah. The Nigerian president tweeting about it or saying whatever he said about it, that's because the whole promo was about Masvidal. It was like the Nigerian man didn't even matter. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only reason, yeah, I think the Nigerian was like, yes, fucking yes. They doubted us and we won it. Like, because you would feel that, and that's why you guys are acting. Do you get what I mean? That's why you're taking this win as a bigger win. That's why you were shouting at me. And even though we all agreed Usman won, Yeah.
Whoa, why do you
Do you
think?
get
Why
what I
do you
mean?
think? Why do you think Putin came up for Khabib after
But that's what I'm
Conor
saying.
got all that promo?
Because everybody doubt. Because you doubt the whole thing becomes a country thing, and when you doubt it, like I said, for you guys, it was more emotional because everyone's doubted your guy. Like,
Yeah,
they didn't
and
even
for
give the
me,
guy a
that's
chance.
probably why I displayed it in the wrong way. Because before last week's show, or last week's review, I was just seeing all this bullshit, and I'm like, we both watch MMA World. You see 95% of them comments are just shitting on Usman, like calling him snoozman and shit like that. And I was just like, what is this? What does this boy have to do? Like, and then when you were making an argument, I think I saw another person in the comments make. I thought, no, not allowing this to happen. So that's why it wasn't so much. I got the point you were making.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was arguing it as though a casual was watching our show.
Ask William.
And I wanted to
how many shows that I fuck with that I just had to turn off because of this shit they were chatting. Like, I was saying to Will, I can't even stomach this shit no more, man. I can't take this. You know what I mean?
He's cancelled a few guys. He's cancelled a few guys during this. He's cancelled a few of his,
I'll go back to that. I'll go back to them now. I haven't got no dog in the fight, man. I haven't got no dog in the fight.
Are you now cool with Masvidal now?
I'm cool, man. I'm getting rid of brethren, you know. We're nice. We're nice, man.
That's not the question. Are you cool with Ariel? Are you cool with Ariel now?
Fuck Ariel for a minute, man. Ariel can piss off for now, right now. Ariel's the dickhead. We'll touch on that, man. We'll touch on that, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? At least put the hammer down, man. You know what I mean? So, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that, man.
The actual fight yesterday itself, the main event, Calvin Kattar. I would have predicted him to win if we'd done a preview. Where does this leave him now? He's won. He's beat I can never pronounce his name. It looks like a Nigerian.
Danige. Yeah. He's got the name. He's got that name, man. He's got one of those.
It looks like an Igbo name, but
yeah.
Do you know what?
Where does he leave? Where does he go?
Well, listen, Ige's got that last name that if you put Chuku right behind it, you wouldn't Ige Chuku, you wouldn't even fucking think twice before you think that man there is the Igbo man right there. You know what I mean? If you're in Nigeria, Africa, you know exactly what I'm talking about, man. You get me? I like Chig. So
it's so true. It's so true.
Yeah, man.
Ola, sometimes, man. Sometimes.
Yeah, man. I mean, serious, man. But when you look at where this thing, the doors open. The doors kind of open for Calvin Kattar right now. Especially with Volkanovski peeling of the way he's peeled off the door, and it doesn't have to deal with Holloway no more because Dana's already said it's tough to give Holloway a third fight.
No, he didn't. Dana said it's not tough to give Holloway a third fight.
I thought he said it was tough.
But it's tough to give Shevchenko a third fight. But it's tough to give Shevchenko. It's tough to give Shevchenko.
He said, I know the story you're talking about. He was on yesterday's podcast.
Right. Okay. I stand corrected. I thought he said it's not tough to give him a third fight. Because all the people that's been talking about it, everybody I wouldn't mind seeing a third fight. That's number one. Number two, I wouldn't be mad if Holloway don't get a third fight, sits out and come back around. I don't mind it because Holloway is 28. He ain't going nowhere. He will dominate. He'll beat most people in that division. He needs 2 fights to come back to the title.
He has beat most people in that division.
He's beat most people. He needs 2 fights. I think he needs 2 fights. 2 fights, 2 top contender fights, and he's right back there. I really, really think so. And he's got the skill set to do it. Yeah, Holloway. Look,
he didn't lose his last fight though. You know, if we're
I know he didn't lose it, but
if we're gonna go by Jose Aldo tactics, that's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna go.
This fight is different. I know.
You know me and I keep the same energy. You know me and I keep the same energy.
Yes, I get it. But how can you go and book unless look, there's one side and there's another side. The champions already said, I've closed it. I'm done with Holloway. I've closed the chapter on that boy.
What a fun fight that would be.
But hang on a minute. All right.
But first, hold on, Archie, slow your roll. But first, my boy is gonna dance with Korean Zombie. Yeah, T City, Brian Ortega. My boy is gonna dance with. He's got to dance with Korean Zombie first. So when we see how that pans out. If TCE is got to get back to Holloway to do the next thing, we'll say. If it doesn't, Korean Zombie has to do it.
What's going on with Brian Ortega?
I mean, he's back. He's back. He's got contract signed and he's back with Korean Zombie. Korean Zombie is his next.
Holloway's fought 3 times since that.
Yes, these things happen. These things happen, man. Leon Edwards. You know why? Look at Leon Edwards. You're gonna call Leon Edwards pussy because he ain't fought since July last year. Is that what you're gonna tell? Is that what you're about to tell me?
No.
He ain't fought for a year.
Got nothing to do with that. Got nothing to do with that. Pussy. Yeah. You know what happened with him and Korean Zombie, don't you?
I'm aware, but that's why I'm waiting for all of that.
That's why this fight is going to be fireworks. That's promotion right there.
You wait for the guy to go to the toilet, then go and slap his translator.
That's promotion. That's promotion.
We talk no. So Mike Perry can slap a man, yeah, and then everyone's going haywire about it. And we talk about lethal weapons, yeah, and you go and slap a translator. Come on, Ola,
what are we talking about here, man? Hold on. So who told you that his translator don't have MMA experience? Who told you that?
He don't.
How do you know?
He's a YouTuber.
It's not no YouTuber, man. Not this guy. The guy that I heard he's got Kung Fu experience, blood.
It's really cool.
Fam, are you being?
Bro. No, I'm not joking. Bro, I'm not joking. They say this boy is just like the guy Mayweather fought, the Mayweather's last fight. He's a cab driver. They said that's what they're saying about this boy. They said this boy he's big in the game. It's a martial artist.
He's a pop star.
That's what
he's a pop star YouTuber.
I'm going by the reports that I'm hearing.
KSI's had more fights than him.
So he's had fights.
Never. That's what I'm trying to say. KSI's only had 2 fights.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's what I'm trying to say.
If he's had fights, then if he's a sparring partner, if you've been in the gym as a sparring partner, you can get slapped if you talk too much crud around fighters.
He went on Ariel's show and said, I don't even know why he started with me. He even went on to make, why you start with, I'm not the fighter. You wait for the fighter to go to the toilet, then you start on me. Knowing I ain't gonna do shit. He even said it. Go and watch Ariel's show. It's
promotion anyway, bro. It's promotion. It's promotion. It's good promotion.
Ola has no defense. That's why I say this.
It's good promotion as well.
I like Ortega, but I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was bullshit. I thought that was some bullshit.
He waited for Korean Zombie to go to the toilet.
Prior to that, I kind of put Ortega in that kind of Masvidal. Okay, maybe they're kind of real sort of people, and then I heard that story and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, but TCE is real though, man. Like, no. That brother there is about it, man. He is about it. And we don't know too much about the translator, but I guarantee you that boy there, he's been fighting since the age of 4. That boy there been fighting some Kung Fu shit since the age of 4, blood. You know what I mean? So
no, I don't know.
I guarantee you, King Jong-un called him to go to war, just like he called Son to go to war, blood. What? Okay. That's what they do over there. That's what they do over there. You gotta go to the front line, man. You gotta go to war, man. That's what they do.
You can serve it in the office. You can serve it in an office.
Bro, no. Well, you still gotta have some combat experience. You gotta have something. You gotta have something. You can't just be, you gotta have something, man. Them man, they ain't just civilians, blood. Them man, they're from that.
See?
Them man, they're from that.
You see what that T saying? You see what
That's
that
about
said?
KSI.
Exactly what I just said. He said himself. He said, "Look, bro, I'm a
Oh,
pop star.
all right.
I don't do nothing."
All right.
He said
Dan,
himself.
see, if you Google ain't always right, but I do say do your Googles. You've done your Googles. I'm with it. You know what I mean? I was trying to defend the things too. You know what I mean? But goddamn, you know.
All I know is he's up against the street when he comes to
Chick
UFC.
sniffed me up from early, man. Like, boy. But I was trying to defend it. I was trying to defend the thing, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I must
But
admit,
you know what I mean? Like,
I like Ortega. I cannot explain the last 18 months. I can't explain it. But how is the champ who lit you up fought 3 times since you last fought?
And you're fighting translators. And you're beefing with translators. And he didn't just fight him, he beefed with him as well on Twitter and Instagram.
It's still a good promo though. I'm just saying.
What, the translator? That's why Korean Zombie
Are you
said,
telling me Dana White will use that bloody promo? Are you mad? Are you telling me this is Dana we're talking about, you know? You could slap your grandmother and Dana will fucking it will use that shit. You're telling me Dana will cut that promo, blood, especially in this pandemic. Yo, Dana will cut that shit, man. You slice it, dice it, put pepperoni all over it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, that shit's going in the oven, man. It's a good promo. It's still a good promo, man. You know what I mean? But I stand corrected. If that guy is really a pop star and a civilian, I got no fight experience, then TCA got no right putting hands on him. You know what I mean? At least he didn't knock him out. He just slapped him. But it doesn't make it. It doesn't make it right. I'm just saying. It doesn't make it right. I don't condone that shit. You know? Oh, let's move on, man. Fucking hell,
my God.
Let's move on. I don't condone that shit. I don't condone it. But TC is still my guy, man. You know what I mean?
I think more so. Kelvin Cater is still like. People keep talking about him and Max. Yeah, I don't think Max should come down to fight anybody other than for the title. I don't think because he didn't lose his last title fight. So for me, I don't think he should fight anybody other than for the title. So
you think he should do Dominic Reyes?
But yeah, I think but I do think Calvin Cater's got other guys who he can fight. Imagine him and Yair Rodriguez.
Yeah,
it'd be nice.
Fun fight.
It's a good fight. I mean? It's a good fight. There's so many fights.
He's beat Korean Zombie.
Featherweight division is a very busy division, man. I mean,
that's what I'm trying.
There's no shortage of fights for Calvin Cater.
There's still, you know what I mean? There's still like levels in which he could like. It's too early for you to talk about Max with him because Max is still that level.
This is what I'm trying to say. I mean,
it was in the last fight. Trading over Zoom, beat the guy 3 rounds.
I still think Max. There's Max. Obviously, I wouldn't say there's a champion because it's still half and half. But there's Max and there's the rest of the division. Still, in my opinion, till today, there's Max and there's the rest of the division. And I think he really separated himself from the division like that. And that's why I don't think, even with this age, I don't think at 28. It's not going to be a big turnaround or long turnaround, especially knowing how busy Max gets. Like you said, he's had 3 fights in 1 year. Max gets busy. You know what I mean? So he will get back there fast.
I got a quick question though. So what's Volkanovski's excuse going to be this time? Because the first time where we all agreed with him,
Volkanovski is done with Max. According to Volkanovski, he's done with Max. He lost the last fight.
Well, he lost the last fight.
I'm surprised that all the times he was running
all that talk about
I'm going to make sure that no one questions it. If anything, this one's more in doubt than the first one. The first one actually thought he won.
Hola. Now this is where he gets taken with the Adesanya brush. This is where I had a problem with Adesanya too. When you're talking that crud, when you're talking that I'm going to knock him out to make it.
But they all talk, though. All of them.
This is where I got a problem with you. They all talk.
No, listen. When you listen to what I'm saying. Let me land. Yeah. When you talk all that crud, yeah, and then you lose the fight, it's a bit different. I decided.
But he didn't lose.
Listen. He did. Come on. He lost. We all know he lost. We all know he lost. Yeah, we sat there and knew. You knew before the fight got mentioned. You already saying Max is down well. I'm surprised. Max is down well. Max is sick. You were all giving Max props from like fucking nowhere. So come on, we all know he lost.
I'm surprised you still remember that fight. Shit.
Yeah, but at least Adesanya didn't lose. Adesanya racked up enough points to win, and we still gave him shit. I gave him shit. I did as well. But the only thing, what me and Chig weren't prepared to do was give Adesanya all this shit. You know what I mean? That's what we weren't prepared to do. Everybody was prepared to bury Adesanya because of what he said and because he called out Romero. But we weren't prepared to because he went just down.
I was somewhere in between you guys, to be fair.
He was. He did. Look, listen. If he didn't knock Romero out, but dominated him over 5 rounds, domination, no one will say a thing. At least he dominated him over 5 rounds. But to do that, to fight that way, when we know what kind of a striker you are, okay, we get Romero too, we get it. But when you say what you're saying, I'm gonna stand with him, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and then it's way far away from what you said. And it's kind of and then to Volkanovski as well. Like your first 3 rounds, even somewhere in the 4th round, I think you only started winning the 4th round towards the end of it. Because even in the first bit of the 4th round, I thought Max was still winning. Max was still avoiding stuff and then hitting him on the counter.
I've kind of gone back to look at that fight. When I was probably looking at it from the viewpoint of the Russian vodka that I was drinking on the night, and I've gone back to hey, but bro, we cleared out a bottle of fucking big liter bottle of Russian vodka and half a bottle of Ray and Effie. You know what I mean? That's how we get that on fight nights. But I went back and watched it, and I've got to say, I don't know. I thought Max was robbed. I think he was robbed even more than what I thought on the night. And
you thought it was 4-1.
I thought it was 4-1. I thought Max did a lot in the 4th. Yeah. I thought he did a lot in the 4th. And Volkanovski started looking desperate with the takedowns towards the end of the 4th round. And then the same thing towards the end of the 5th round. So I went back and watched it and I thought, Max got enough of this 4th to make a clear-cut victory. And he didn't get it. So it's a tough one for Max.
I mean, we probably discussed way too much of this last card when I said we weren't going to do it. But I will say this.
There's still a lot of this last card flying around.
I will say this.
There is,
I said this last week, but I'll say it again. I think Max took the first 2. I think Volkanovski took the last 2. And the discussion is to be had about 3.
About the 3rd.
Max did enough in 3 to take it. I think most people see the fight that way. So
that's how I saw the fight. That's how I saw the fight.
I don't hate on you if you score it 4-1. An argument could definitely be made. I wouldn't
bigger than C for that one.
But this is why I hate this scoring system where I can beat you up for 4 minutes 45 seconds. You take me down and you control me for that 15 seconds. You won the round. I don't get that. I don't get that rule. I really, really don't get that rule.
I did see John McCarthy's podcast, and he did say that.
Weighing in. He did say that.
He said straight that he thought Max was robbed. I don't know a single person that thought Alex took it. Not even one.
But this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. It don't make, because when you look at the fight, it don't make Max won the round 4. But because of a takedown, because of one takedown, he loses round 4. It don't. Man, it don't make any sense. It don't make any sense. It does not make any sense at all. And we like the alcohol keeps us awake as much as you think it won't.
How do I say this guy's name? Is it You Got Zero?
Yeah,
You Got Zero.
You got zero.
It takes a lot of commitment, man. You know what I mean? This shit takes a lot of commitment. You sleep early, set your alarm, wake up, and deal with it. You know, that's the one. Yeah, man. So I usually go sleep about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Set my alarm for 12:30, 1 o'clock. Wake up, and that's me up until 6. So that's how I usually navigate it. On if the fight is not on the weekday, because on weekdays I have to work. But other than that, when it's weekend, yeah, man, I'm up for it. So
All right. Well,
um,
let's
are
move
we
on to
Let's get to
tomorrow's
onto the new
card.
card?
this fight card. Let's go.
Obviously, it's a fight night.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question
oh.
before we get there? About this fight card.
Oh.
Is the main event, is that a title fight or
It's a title fight.
Yeah,
no?
yeah, it's a title fight.
It's their rematch.
Because I don't see it anywhere. Because I know, but I don't see that they said any title
Yeah,
fight.
the only reason why it's a title fight is because Davidson didn't make the weight last time.
Yeah, I
So
know.
that's
But
why they brought it back.
Seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a promo of it being a title fight.
The division is the
Oh.
title is still vacant from Triple C. He blessed them man there, give them something to, you know what I mean, give them some food, left some food on the table. Big up Triple C for that one. You know what I mean? Whoa, why are you looking at me crazy, blood?
Are we going through the main card? I don't know.
Yeah, we're doing the main card.
The only person I know in the main card outside of the co-main and main is this one. So this could be a long one for me. I'm gonna really try.
Man, let's just do the main card. Do our normal prediction, fight of the night, performance of the night, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so let's go into it. Ola, go on, take us through.
First fight, Pantoja Askarov.
I don't know why it did not load up there. That's weird. Let's try that again.
Alexandra Pantoja and Askarov. 22-4 for Pantoja. He's been around for a minute. He actually came in. He came in tough the same time as Tim Elliott that did the co-main event on Wednesday night. And Tim Elliott, he's been on a free fight losing streak, but he was still co-main evented the fight.
He lost against Askarov, innit?
Yeah, his last fight. But you know the matter with Tim Elliott is always the performance of the night or fight of the night bonuses. Always, he never has a boring fight, and he got it again on Wednesday. Pantoja and Askarov, 11-0 Askarov, undefeated. So Will, because this is where my pen comes in.
I don't know what's going on with this thing.
All right, Will, yeah, let me go with you, Will. Where you going?
Pantoja.
You going with Pantoja?
Yeah.
Okay. Will Pantoja. I like Pantoja. I think he got loads of tools in the in the toolbox. His jiu-jitsu and grappling is almost second to none for that division. Anyways, he's really, really good at that. But Askarov's wrestling is something else. It comes with sambo, and it's just gonna look for that takedown the whole time. And I feel he's good enough to take a man down at least one time every round for 3 rounds. And that's why I'm gonna go with Askarov. Because I just think on the 10-point must rule, if he's good enough to take a man down every round, which Askarov is fucking awesome at. I gotta go for him, man. You know what I mean? And I see him getting the W that way. So I'll go with Askarov.
I'll also go with Askarov. Purely because I've heard of him before. That's the only.
Okay, so Chig, Askarov, and Will Pantoja.
Just try to see if I can.
Okay, so we've got the women's flyweight division. We've got the women's flyweight division. Ariana Lipski, versus Luana Carolina, or Carolina, whichever one you want to call it. I like to use Carolina when I'm drunk, and when I'm not drunk, I say Carolina. So there you go. There's always a method to my little madness. So Ariana Lipski, 12-5, and Luana, 6-1. Chig.
I'm going with
Lipsky.
Lipsky.
Okay.
I know she's 12-5. Ariana is more inexperienced. She's only lost the one fight. But I still think we'll go for decision.
Will?
Carolina.
You go with Carolina?
Yeah.
All right. UFC's website.
What do you see? I'm not gonna even sit down here and try to claim like I know Carolina because I don't know her. I know about Lipsky, but I don't know Carolina.
Either domination or knockout.
What, from Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me put KO next to your name. Okay. I'm gonna go with Lipsky on the basis of why Chig went with Askarov earlier on. Because I know about Lipsky, you know what I mean? I have no, Carolina right now is a new phenomenon to me.
Yeah,
so
Carolina's going to turn into a beast.
I don't know about her, and hopefully, hopefully it's a big fight. I mean, the flyweight division, the women's flyweight division, I always say that's the one division where they always crap, they always gain, they never moan about money, they just get on with it, and we've had probably the best fight in 2020 come from the women's flyweight division in Weili and Joanna. You know, so what more could you want from the women's flyweight division? It's a wicked division, man, to watch. And you know, we saw what happened there last week with Thug Rose and what's her name again? Andrade. Yeah, Andrade. Her name escapes my mind. Yeah, we saw what happened there. It was a wicked matchup.
I was so close for getting my prediction,
bro. I wonder what could have happened if that fight went to 5 rounds. Because I'm still looking at Rose's Instagram today. I live on that girl's Instagram, and trust me, the eye is still fucked up while she's picking up carrots in that. You know what I mean? So while she's picking up carrots and she's picking up this, Rose's face is still mashed up. So you just gotta think what could have happened to her if that was a 5-round fight. I'm so glad it was a 3-round fight. But going back to Ariana Lipsky and Luana Carolina, I think Lipsky will probably get it done by decision. So I will go with decision on that. Okay.
Oh, am I still echoing?
No, not on my side. So not on my side neither.
Dan, let me know if I'm still echoing.
So on my side, lightweight division. We're going to the lightweight division now. Mark Diakise and Rafael Fiziev. Chig, we'll come to you first on this one. Mark Diakise.
Can you come to me last?
All right. You know what? Let me go first for a change. I'm going to go with Mark Diakise on this one. This guy here, exciting fighter. He's been in the UFC a minute. He had a breakdown a little while ago, came back to the UK, had to get himself back together because he just kind of lost the plot with the whole fight game. Came back to the UK, got himself together. Family man, but he is a serious fighter. Muay Thai, kickboxing, really very clean fighter. And he's not even usually a man that goes to decision. This guy is a knockout artist. He is good at that. He's not one of those guys that that likes to get decisions. So for me, I'm gonna go with Mark Diakise. I have to be honest and say I've not heard the whole deal or anything about Fiziev. I don't know. These guys are
restart quickly.
Yeah, this guy is a new guy in from my point of view. I've not heard of him before. I don't know a whole lot about him, but he's coming in with a 7-1 record. So, to get 7-1 record coming into the UFC, you got to have done something nice along the way. So, but even if you're coming with that type of record coming into the UFC, to get put in front of someone like Magdiakise, it just shows me it could be a very I don't even think it'll be a long night. I think it'll be an in and out thing. So I'm gonna go with Magdiakise with a I'll go second round knockout. What about you, Will?
Ooh. I'm going with Mark as well.
So why are you going like it's far fetched?
No, you said second round knockout.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If Mark knocks him out, he normally does it in the first round, isn't it?
He normally does. He normally does, but 7-1 record. Like I said, I have to give the other guy a tiny bit of credit, even though I've not heard of him, and that's why I extended it to second round knockout. I'm not trying to disrespect the fighter, you know what I'm trying to say. So I gave him a tiny little bit of respect there to get into the second round. But Mark Diakise has definitely got the skill set to put him away in the first couple minutes of the first round. We know what he's about. Oh, you're going with Mark? So how you say that? I'm confused, man. But Mark decision. We'll come back to Chig for his decision on who will win that fight.
Yes, sir.
And on to the next fight, middleweight bout with Jack Hermansson and Kelvin Gastelum. Now, this is a fight that I was looking forward to maybe 2-3 cards ago, and it got taken off the card. I'm glad that he's back on this card now. How do you see this panning out, Will?
You know what? I tried to picture it.
Considering Jack is coming off a win and Gastelum is coming off a loss, but it's not really an emphatic loss to Till.
I thought Jack's coming off a loss.
No, Jack Hermansson won a bit. Hold on. Another brother that his name he's got a funny name. Hold on, I'll dig out the name for you in 1 second. Because it was on the
because his last fight, remember he lost.
No. Meerskat. Oh no, that's Ian Heinisch. Sorry. Yeah, I'm confusing Heinisch for Hermansson. Sorry, my bad. That's Ian Heinisch, not Hermansson. So I was confusing Hermansson. I was confusing Heinisch with Hermansson. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So that's that was Heinisch. I was thinking in my mind that that ground and pounded the other brother Gerald Meerskat. So yeah, okay. So Jack Hermansson, Kelvin Gastelum. What was you saying, Will?
This week, yeah. I've been trying to figure it out in my head, but I can't. I don't know, man. I can't see a clear win either way, right?
For either fighters.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll go with Gastelum.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with Gastelum.
Decision? Or will you do something mad?
Decision. Chig, am I echoing?
You are, yeah.
No, you sound all right to me. All right, okay.
On my side, you are. But I am as well.
All right, we've got Will's we've got Will's decision. Where are you going, Chig?
I'll be back.
Yeah, you can go and come back. Jack Hermansson and Kelvin Gastelum.
See, I think this is a tough fight.
So now we now know both of them coming off losses, because I actually thought Jack Hermansson was coming off a win.
No, Hermansson came off Canada. And Gastelum came off.
It's coming off Till. But I was confusing Hermansson with Heinisch, so that's why I got it mixed up.
Yeah. I mean, this is a big fight for both.
It's a big
crossroads fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is going to be interesting
because
I think Hammerson's key problem
is
after the first round and a half. I don't think there's much there. I really don't. I think that's what happened against Cannonier, where Cannonier kind of rode Storm a little bit, and then managed to finish it off. Whereas I think Gastelum is a more paced fighter. I think he's more clever fighter. Mexican chin. I just think he's a more accomplished guy. And I think as long as Gastelum can ride out the first round and a half, two rounds maybe. Because is it a 5-rounder?
No, it's three round.
Three round. Okay, so a round and a half. I think Gastelum. So I'm gonna say Gastelum by decision.
Gastelum decision. This is gonna be unanimous from all of us. I might go with Gastelum as well. I think Gastelum is only, this guy was in the best fight of the year 2019 with Easy, or at least one of the best fights of the year with Easy. It came to fight Till, and I don't think Till actually beat him that convincingly. And I thought, Kevin Gastelum was probably so disappointed with himself with his performance against Till, and he'll probably want to remedy that again if he gets the chance. Now is his chance. He's fighting a fighter that's coming off a loss as well in Hermansson. Hermansson's got heavy power, ground and pound, but we know what Kelvin Gastelum is like. He's just one of those guys that just is so gritty. He lasts in there. He knows what he's doing. He's a big power puncher as well, and he can still knock out Hermansson. He likes to fight in the pocket. He likes to, get in the clinch, and he likes to engage in brawls. We see where he tried to drag Easy. He tried to make Easy fight his fight, and if he can just do that with Hermansson, I just think this could be a potential fucking crazy ass fight. So yeah, for that reason, I'm gonna go with Kelvin Gastelum as well. The main event, flyweight division, Joey two-time, Joseph Benavidez, Davison Figueiredo. Figueiredo made weight. That's what's changed here. It made weight. Chig, how do you see this happening?
What have you think about Mike?
Well, oh yeah, we'll come back to that.
I could only be Guerrero. I just think not to happen for Benavidez. So.
Who does Figueiredo remind you of in the flyweight? Obviously he's in the flyweight, but in the upper weights. He reminds me. He reminds
Z.
Huh?
I know you're gonna say.
Who does he remind you of?
Aldo?
No. Okay. A little bit, but no. It reminds me of Romero.
Fighting style.
Yeah, it just reminds me of Romero of that division. Like, this guy is so big for flyweight. He's so strong for flyweight. Like, the guy looks crazy for flyweight. He just throws people around.
You're saying he's a banter.
I think he's a 135er, man. And I wouldn't mind seeing him up there. I would say that. I really would. He's just one of those guys. His flyweight is not that division for him. He struggles to get there every time, and that takes something away from him. Even though what he's got is enough for the flyweight, he really can ragdoll a lot of the guys in the flyweight. He really, really can. But the power that he's got, he needs to take that to bantamweight and go and see people like Asensio, go and see people like Cody, go and play. You know what I mean? Go and do it with people like, you know what I mean? Jermaine and Peter Yan. He's got that structure with Peter Yan. You know what I mean? Imagine if he doesn't have to cut weight. How big this guy is, and his jiu-jitsu is ridiculous. His grappling is nothing like I've seen for that division. Maybe since Cejudo for that division. So I think he's got that in the locker, and I don't see this fight ending another way. I don't see it ending another way. Figueiredo is the uncrowned champion through the fault of his own. But he's the uncrowned champion, and I think he's going to literally come and probably make it even more convincing than he did in the last fight. So I'm going to go with Davison.
Yeah.
Did that make a good case? Will?
Very good. because I'm going with Figueiredo as well. I did go with for the first fight.
Yeah, it's hard to bet. It's hard to bet against him, because when you look at these guys and you think, who would you really back your money with? And I've always told you guys, don't follow me, because you end up in hell. I tell you, man, all the time. When it comes to who you're gonna put your money on, do not follow me. You will end up in hell. I tell you guys all the time, don't do it. But Davison, I would say, is almost a sure banker. It's almost a sure banker for Davison.
Yeah. I got Figueiredo. Davison. Ain't no like even the last way he won it. He won both rounds before it knocked him out.
Yeah.
and I mean, he knocked him out in round one. The bell saved it.
This is what I'm saying. I think he'll do in the most. It might not even be in round one, but I think he'll do in a more spectacular fashion than he did in the previous fight. So we'll see how that happens. Let me take your performance of the night and fight of the night real quick before Chig gets in here, so I can ask him about. Fight of the night, performance of the night.
Performance of the night, I'm gonna go with Figueiredo.
Performance of the night. It's not Figueiredo, but Davison.
Davison, yeah.
Figueiredo. Fight of the night.
Mark Daikisi and that guy.
And Rafael Fiziev.
Yeah.
That's fight of the night, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark Rafael. Okay, performance of the night for me, I will go with Mark for performance of the night. I'm just choosing Mark Daikisi.
Yeah.
And fight of the night for me is going to be Gastelum and Jack Hermanson for fight of the night.
Okay.
Jack v. Kelvin.
Nice.
For fight of the night. So I'm gonna go fight of the night on that. We don't have Chig's predictions yet on 2 fights. So Chig's missing out on 2 fights. But real quick, while Chig is out, I wanted to ask you about what's going on with Colby and Woodley, because this fight was supposed to have been made. I think I put it in the group maybe a week and a half ago, couple weeks ago. I put in the group that this fight was done. Colby then came out and showed the world that, look, I've signed a bout agreement, and when I took the news, I took it from Colby when he said the fight was done. But obviously Woodley, they're trying to play the narrative that Woodley's backed out. What have you seen anything in regards to this, or what you thinking?
Back out.
Right. So do you want him repping? Bro, that's not even the case right now. 'Cause I'm just looking at the fight as a whole, and for Woodley saying, "Look, I got battered. I've got absolutely battered by Gilbert Burns. I need more time than August. I think they're trying to get on the August card. I need more time than August to, you know, to entanglement." When I got August, man.
Listen. When he first lost to Usman, how long did he go away for?
Huh? For a while, maybe 4 months, 4 to 6 months,
Okay,
maybe
so
even longer, 7 months.
I think the best idea now is to do the same thing again.
He's saying he needs more time, and he's asking for September. And I think because there's going to be a card in September, it's not crazy to ask till September to jump on the thing. So it's not like pulling out. He just said, "I need more time to get right."
No, he needs more
take the
money
fight.
because the September card has
He
Khabib on it.
yeah, but he didn't quite put it like that. He didn't quite put it like that.
Come on.
I'm just saying he didn't put it like that.
About?
Yeah, T Wood knows the game, and he knows where to be to get the right pay. You know what I mean? Especially when it's someone like Covington. Look, Covington is still a big draw, regardless of how you look at it. And I'm thinking what that press conference is going to be like. It's a press conference that I'm actually looking at, and for me, I think I don't want to predict it yet. I think we're gonna have a hell of a time talking about it when it's decided. But for now, we're talking about Woodley and Colby Covington with the fight. But before you get onto that, Chig, before we draw you into that conversation, we're missing a prediction from Mark Diakise and Rafael Fiziev from you. Mark Diakise and Rafael Fiziev. Mark Diakise 14-3, Rafael Fiziev 7-1.
That's before Gastelum.
That's the fight before Gastelum.
I'm gonna say the 40-3 one.
So Mark Diakise.
Yeah. By knockout.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. That's a second round knockout. Will is going decision. So Chig is also going knockout. What about David?
Agreed on all of them.
No. We haven't. We've only agreed on 2 fights. That's unanimous. But if let's see what your answer for the fight for the main event will be. What's your pick for the main event? Figueiredo and Benavidez.
Figueiredo.
Okay, so we've got 3 full house there.
Knockout as well.
Oh, see.
We got three full house.
So we got 3 full house. So we're just talking about Colby and
I hope I'm wrong. I was quite like Judge winning.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I don't know. I don't see it.
I hope we're all right.
Yeah. Colby. Oh yeah. Before that, your fight of the night and performance of the night.
Yes, sir.
We're both chosen, so we're waiting for yours.
Gastelum fight, sure.
For fight of the night. Okay.
Performance of the night. I'll go Gastelum.
Oh, you're going Gastelum for both. Chig is going for 4 points here, but he's going for 4 points. Oh shit. Okay. So Chig's gone for 4 points. That's if it comes up for you, man. He's jumping straight to 10 points, bro. It's gonna be mad to catch him. So Colby Woodley. What you have you seen anything around that today? Yesterday,
today. The only thing I heard today was that supposedly Woodley's pulled out negotiations. But Woodley's reaction was that Colby.
Yeah, he was talking shit, as Colby always does. So Woodley didn't exactly pull out, like I was saying to Will just now. He just wanted more time. He wanted to jump on September rather than August. He wanted to jump on the September card because
I don't want him to jump on any.
But by his own admission, he got battered by Gilbert Burns, and it's gonna take him a minute to get himself right to be able to fight Woodley. I mean, to be able to fight Colby Covington. So I don't think it's a crazy ask. I don't think it's he's asking for a few weeks extra. It's like when Stipe was asking for more time to fight DC. It's not a crazy demand. It's not. Stipe said, "I'm not docking you." They're saying he pulled out, so they're making it sound like he's docking him. And Mama, I'm not docking you. I just need more time. More time and docking you or pulling out is two different things.
Fire and shit. You can't compare.
Why not?
Because
Woodley is the former champion, and he defended that belt the most time.
I can't believe
no, I'm looking
seriously,
bro. I'm looking at the. I'm looking at the. Look, hold on. I'm looking at the fight strictly on credentials. I'm looking at the.
You think you could do something against Kobe,
bro? I'm looking at the fight strictly based on their credentials, and when Woodley requires more time and it's not ducking the fight. It's a former champion, so I think that should still be kind of looked at and be put into consideration. I'm not saying he's going to beat Kobe. I don't see it happening that he beats Kobe, but as a former champion that defended the belt probably the most time in that division, I think it should be respected if he wants more time to fight Kobe.
Okay. I thought.
I'm happy to hear it.
I thought Saint Pierre defended it more times. Defended it more times.
No, Saint Pierre lost it, came back and got it, like to defend it.
Yeah.
In a row.
Yeah, he defended it for years.
Could be wrong there, but that's my understanding. So
okay.
I could be wrong. But I mean, look, I've already said, we've said on this show so many times, on the narrative that Woodley wants to fight him on, I'm not with that narrative. But fighter to fighter, I still want to see that fight. I don't just want Woodley to go out there going on like I'm defending some Black Lives Matter fucking bullshit. No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that narrative. I don't want none of that. I want Woodley to be himself, man coming out of Compton or wherever he's coming from.
He's not.
I know it's from the south. I know it's from the south. Midwest.
Michigan.
So
where Floyd's from?
Right. So from wherever he's come from to come and deal with Kobe and just do that. I don't want him on this whole race thing. I don't want you to be my race relation officer because I know that he'll do a terrible job. He's been doing a terrible job at it anyways. He's as bad as Will. Come get your cousin. Chig knows what I'm talking about. Come get your cousin, man.
I just don't want Woodley to fight Kobe. Because I know what's going to happen. I don't care what people think. I just
kind of correct you. He called in Missouri. Ferguson.
Missouri said, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Your name is South.
The South.
Midwest.
No, it's South, man. Missouri is the South, man. Come on, man.
New Orleans. That kind of area.
Yeah. Fam, when you hear them man, the accent, man, them man, they're from the South.
But Midwest sounds the same.
They do still.
Country boys.
Okay. So I think that brings us to, unless you have any other current affairs.
I guess the only thing I wanted to close with. I don't want to go on too much. I could hear me anchoring off and off. And I could hear Will as well. So I don't know what's going on.
So I'm the one with the good audio today.
I know. Ola's 299 might be working.
Did Mama just take pot shots at my mic? Let's wait till I win the next bet up for you. I got a big bet coming in, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna improve on that shit.
Anyway, it was just the kind of obviously he was playing on the weekend, and then for some reason Dan Henderson thought, I'm gonna wind you up about your eye, and then oh my gosh. I mean, if anyone who has a Steam, let's see if I can get Michael Bisping's grab. It's hilarious. Let me see if I can get it. It just goes.
I mean, just before you bring it up, I don't even know why Michael Bisping's eye is a point of is a way to diss him anymore. Like, this guy does not give a fuck about his eye.
What did you say, Ola? You diss him
every weekend.
He's got one eye. What can he see? That's
yeah, because I was telling you that the man might see one part of the cage and not see the other part of the cage. Like, he might not have seen the jiu-jitsu thing, and he might not have seen that part of scrambling and he's seeing one side. I was just making an argument. I said, you see where the pillar of the cage is? Like, this people might see that side, but he can't see the other side. Like, man. Fuck you, man. I was just trying to say, like, my man's got one eye, man. Man don't see everything, man. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to help him out, man. I'm just trying to help him. I like this. Get me.
Honor. I want to mute myself. Fill the gap.
So with Bisping, obviously, it's been going back and forth with Dan Henderson, and Dan Henderson, we know what Dan Henderson did to him, innit? You know what I mean? He got that extra hammer fist on him, and
which is his logo.
It's probably the most notable thing to me. It's probably when people talk about good measure punches. Yeah? When you talk about good measure punches in a fight, just to make sure the man don't get the fuck up, that one is probably the best you will see in the UFC. That one is right up there. It's right up there. But Ben Askren don't got one eye. Like Ben Askren don't got one eye, man. Me too. You know, and when somebody makes so much fun about himself and doesn't take life seriously, because if you watch Bisping, you know this guy does not take life seriously one bit. He doesn't care. He don't care about none of that bullshit. Yeah, he feels himself a little bit, but who doesn't? If you got the amount of money, the career he's had, and what he's got going on for him, he don't care about none of that shit. And
there's a Mancunian in him.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing that I detest about him. But look, the guy, he's got extra bit on his career now. He's got it going on. But to be arguing with an ex-fighter live while you're commentating, I think that's new levels of trolling, shall I say? What about you, Will? How are you feeling about this?
Yeah, but who was the last guy he lost to?
Bisping.
So why are you talking shit?
I know. I mean, didn't Bisping get that extra couple shots on him as well?
No.
He didn't. He wanted to, though.
Nah. He wanted to.
I think he wanted to. He did say that in the pre-match conference and all of that.
Bisping almost got knocked out twice in a rematch. So that's the difference. Even though he dominated. Right, yeah. He almost got knocked out twice. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I love Bisping, man. I don't care what he does, man. I'm with him.
Oh,
I love Bisping because he's a joker. He don't take nothing seriously. And it's nice to see how these fighters take it seriously, but can't do fuck all.
okay.
Chig, you ready?
We got this. I got one more thing on the paper while Chig is still.
I literally had the whole hog to find that bit.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I was just about to jump on Ali and Ariel Awani, man. We got to touch on that before we come off, man.
Yes, we will.
Your voice. All right, here we go. So you guys hopefully could see that. I'll increase the screen. So you could see how it started. Endo just basically playing. Surprised you saw this. Oh no! He made a comment about Bisping's commentating, and Bisping replied, and Hendo says, surprised you saw this, that you're not keeping an eye.
Oh, thank you, Dan Henderson. I didn't see that tweet there, blood. So my man just fucking vindicated me.
And Bisping says the guy who's totally irrelevant, going in so high. Shows what a real flag you fly. Doesn't surprise me. Should have known. Cheating. Right. So you're up to date. Here we go.
No, here it is. Yes. Says the guy. I put another tweet. Because I saw this. Guess you're not keeping your one eye on the fight supposed to be commentating. No wonder why you're commentating.
That's coming across twice.
Yeah.
So you can hear that twice.
Once. Well, I can hear it once. It's coming up.
I can hear it twice.
Hold on.
Can you go out and come back in again?
Why?
Because you're the only one that
you can't hear it.
Everything's perfect to me, man. Everything sounds perfect to me.
I know.
So why am I gonna fuck it up, blood?
Just go out and come back in.
I've just been out and came back in from.
What are you talking about? No. Here we go. Then now you have to come back in.
What? See, he's gone now. And then
he's gone now. And the figure stopped.
Yeah.
This
it was
guy.
him the whole time. It was him the whole time. I knew it because it was when he was talking that it happened. Everything was good, and then he was talking, and then all of a sudden it just came.
Time. Even my half was like, yeah, you need to change mics because she was watching it from her side and it was coming across really bad.
Yeah, because even if you like, what do you call it? If you watch when he was talking, his screen started to shake a bit. Then all of a sudden we started talking, and then we went like that. So I knew it.
It was you, blood.
That's real abuse of power, you know, blood.
It was you, blood.
How is it me when my shit's fucking?
Because everything's better now.
Because all of a sudden everything's stopped now. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Bro, you look corrupted. You look corrupted my shit.
You look these Eurobus.
No, your shit's good. Our shit's good too.
Here we go.
It says the guy that's totally irrelevant.
Perfect.
Go on, insult my eyes. So what? Shows what a true piece of shit you are. But you say hi when you see me. A real disgrace to the flag that you fly. It doesn't surprise me. Total fake. Should have known. Steroid cheating cunt. And I think I did. I said something like that earlier. So yeah, it was fucking.
Now I'm hearing it twice. Thank you very much.
Then I beat you with one eye, and it was a bit petty. And I had a few drinks afterwards, and I tweeted a few more times. You know, I should have just had one, but I couldn't. I was stewing on it. I was really fucking quick. The other thing, you knocked me out. You know, you embarrassed me in front of the whole world, and I was very upfront and honest about it. I talked about it in my book. I talked about it in my upcoming documentary about how, you know. Yeah, and when that documentary comes out, you'll see. And in the book, I go into it in great detail. You know, it did bother me. But you know, it's part of history. It's part of my MMA career. And I wouldn't change a thing. I'm kind of glad that happened because it made me a better fighter. But for a guy that is older, an older gentleman like him, to be doing that, it's like, you're a fucking asshole. You're a piece of shit. Don't be bitter. You know what I mean? Just because he's got nothing going on. I'm doing well. You know, this podcast does good. I'm commentating. I've got businesses. You know, I'm not showing off. I'm just saying my life, my post-athletic career is doing great. I'm not sure what Dan Henderson is doing. And I had some loaded in the chamber, some heavy low blows,
Right.
some heavy low blows, but I'm not going to go there. I wouldn't go there.
You don't need to. Well,
no, I'm not going to. Trust me. I had a very, 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 very significant low blow that I'll tell you off the air. But I wouldn't do that because I'm not a cunt. I'm not an asshole. And certainly as a fighter, I wouldn't go after somebody's injury that somebody did whilst on steroids. Because any fighter that steps into the cage, right, runs the risk of getting.
Oh, he's just warming up, by the way. This is the low part of the
engine. They run the risk of getting brain damage. Run the risk
I've forgotten how long this rap was. It's like,
and there's a certain honor amongst it, like you say, honor amongst thieves or whatever. But there should be a certain honor, a certain code between fighters that a lot of fucking assholes seem to forget. They talk shit like little shit. Chad Mendes is another one. There should be a certain, you shouldn't make fun of a fellow fighter's injury if that injury happened in the cage, in your sport, the chosen sport that you're all pursuing, because that's bad karma. It's like you're almost asking for that same fate. Like, if I had a wazzy eye and I fucking looked cross-eyed when I came to the UFC, yeah, fair enough. Go for it. That happened in fight. That happened through combat in mixed martial arts. And to a certain degree, I fucking wear that as a badge of honor. I don't. I cover it up at all times with a fake lens. But still, you get the point that I'm making. I wear my cauliflower ears and my scars as a badge of honor. I cover the eye up all the time because I'm embarrassed by it. And it is a touchy subject. But what a low, lousy, just a scummy, shitty move to say that. Certainly, as I say, as an elder man that's retired, that has children, and then to go after another fighter's lifelong altering injury like that. And I just thought, you really are a low piece of shit. And I'm fucking happy that you can't. You want to talk about CTE and not being able to string a fucking sentence together? That old fucking creaky dinosaur, fuck me. He can hardly fucking talk. He looks like the hunchback of Notre Dame. He can't fucking turn his head left or right. I don't know what his fucking personal situation is, but I don't think he's very fucking healthy either. So go fuck yourself, Dan Henderson. And if you got a problem with me, baby fucking boy, come say it to my fucking face like a real fucking man, because I'll stick the fucking nut on you straight a fucking way. Simple as fucking that, you old creaky ass fucking cunt. Fuck off, prick.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
How's that?
I love Mike. I love Mike.
I love him. Honestly, I love him because he doesn't give two shits. Like, he will try and be professional as much as possible, but you mentioned that eye of his, jeez, it's like somebody slapped his mum, and people, you're just wow. That is a heck of a man.
Let me just tell you the history of the eye, so you can understand a little bit of why he is the way he is. It's the steroids, before
Victor Belfort.
Yep, before he was already saying about steroids. So for someone to advocate against it and then for that to happen to him,
he
made him even go even harder. Yeah,
he hates them But you would. If someone made you half blind, you would. You'd hate them. You'd absolutely hate them. Especially for some bullshit. It's not like, it was an accident and it was a fight and shit happens. No, you fucking put some shit in your veins. This is why I look at someone like Jared Miller and I just think to myself, why? Like, why? Do you need it that bad? I mean, it's wonderful. It's bad enough that one time you get stung. By some miracle, someone else gives you a chance. And then you had to take it for, what was his name? Jeff, what was his name? I don't even know his name.
I don't even know.
Bruh. This is why I don't have any sympathy for people like that, or John Jones, or people like that. And this is why, to be fair, as much as I give Wilder stick, the motherfucker is clean. I would argue he's more clean than Fury. Let's be honest, he's popped, and there's some suspicion around that. AJ, there's always suspicion around him.
Not really. AJ, not really.
Dillian White, he's popped.
Yeah, Dillian White's popped before. Yep.
So this is why I will always respect the clean fighter that goes in there and says, you know what, I don't need none of this shit. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna knock you out. Bro, injected himself every 2 seconds. Fucking hell, bro. so yeah. Gonna turn into Michael Bisping again.
No, please don't. Ola, you're not talking.
You're still upset I kicked you.
Oh no! I'll just let you man get with your point, man. Because I already said my piece with Bisping, innit? And I don't want to be beating down his eye like fucking. But like,
come on, say what you want to say. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I was feeling Dan Anderson with that first tweet. Like maybe that's why his commentation is off. You see, this is why I didn't want to say nothing. And now you're gonna jump down my throat when you say to me, say what you want to say. You know what I mean? I say what I want to say, and then you're gonna murder me for it.
No, I'm not.
I'm fine. Some of his commentating off. I think his commentating is off.
Listen,
bro. I just think the man sees one side, I don't see the other.
Let me say what I was gonna say before you started your, because I'm giving you a chance to go on your rant, yeah. But I'm gonna say before you go on, just remember I have defended Bisping, so I will be defending Bisping. So go ahead.
Like, look, the man's watching. You say, oh, they got a screen, and I says to you, this is a full blown. This argument lasted for about half an hour while we was watching the fucking fight.
2 weekends on a row. 2 weekends.
And I was saying to Will, I said maybe what they got on their screen. It's not what we're saying. So when he's calling fights, somehow I think Bisping is in another fucking planet. I don't know where the fuck it comes from. Like I'm thinking, what are you watching? Then I gotta put in my mind, bro, this one's got what eye, you know. It might just be seeing that side and not seeing this side. And then Will says, yeah, but they got a screen. And I'm like, yeah, but the screen they got could be a different projection to what they're giving us. It could be a different angle to what they're giving us, because there's so many different angles, and the people that are commentating, they could get the better angles than we do.
They're watching what we're watching.
That's not 100%. You can't be sure of that.
How comes you can see something? Yeah, but Bisping can't see it. You can see something, and Bisping's watching your screen too.
Because they're showing us inside the octagon. He's watching from outside the octagon, right? And if they don't see something clearly, then they refer back to.
He's watching a screen. We're watching. He's watching a screen that.
Yes, they got a screen there, but he's watching. A lot of them, they're watching in the. It's like when you're watching, like when those guys are watching WWE, yeah, they've got fucking screen in front of them. They can see what's going on, but they're looking in the bloody ring and seeing what's happening live. And sometimes if they don't see what happened, then they go back to the little screen they got. And that's what I'm trying to say. That maybe the little replay or the angles and that he's got, it's not what we're getting. It could get better ones than us. But there's times where there's blind spots. Even when you're driving a car, the little pillar that's holding your windscreen, it could be a blind spot to you. You might not see, something that should be clear to you.
Let me ask a question.
And when you're blind in one eye, blind spot then becomes more of a problem than a normal blind spot. It becomes a real blind spot, blood.
Let me ask a question, because I'm gonna make Bisping the greatest by what you're saying. So how many?
I'm not beating him down for it. I have not this.
How many one-eyed fighters win championships?
I've not this Bisping with his eye or his style of fighting, or
you said he can't see. You said he can't see certain things.
I said it's called. I said it feels. But it feels like he's calling different.
He used a blind spot to win a title.
I'm not knocking him for winning the title. I love him for that. I actually respect him as a fighter for that. That's why I fuck with Bisping. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, look, Bisping, at least he's got an excuse. At least he's got an excuse if it's calling maybe the fight in the way that you're saying differently. What's Joe Rogan's excuse? I always say that motherfucker's high. That fucker's fucking high, man. Like, at least Bisping's got an excuse. What's Joe Rogan's excuse for calling shit fight, man? You know what I mean? Like, bro, what are you watching? That guy's on mushrooms and frog fucking DMTs and shit. That guy's always in another dimension. When he's always in another planet. So at least, Bisping has got an excuse, and I rate his excuse. You know, I'm not for once beat him down with it. It's just an observation with my 2 eyes to his one. That's all.
Can I ask a quick question? Who commentated for Khabib Pori?
Daniel Cormier, Rogan, and Anik.
Yeah.
Oh, Rogan did.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering why he didn't go Abu Dhabi.
He went. Oh.
Yeah, he didn't go to this one. He already said, look, from before this whole putting Apex together and Abu Dhabi together, he already said he didn't even really want to get involved with this whole fucking traveling around the world COVID-19 bullshit. He didn't want to get involved in it. Yeah. So it was kind of that time I said, yeah, I'll go to Vegas, but I'm not looking to do all that craziness that they do. They don't, in his eyes, they don't pay me enough for that shit. This man just signed 100 million to with fucking Spotify. Yeah, he can pick where the fuck he wants to go. He can pick where he wants to go. He doesn't have to go, you know. And yeah, it's just one of those with Joe Rogan right now. He can pick what fights he really wants to do. And look, and Joe Rogan.
Dan T, please tell all of this. Yeah,
what?
Dan T, please tell all of this. Watch the fight with no commentary.
Yeah, I watch
the fight.
I do that all the time.
All the time.
I do that all the time. I go back and watch fights. I told you I just watched Holloway.
No commentary. Commentary.
Yeah, I watched it at work. I couldn't have the commentary on. Yeah, because I watched it on my social. Yeah, you know what my social is. I had to watch it with nothing. I watched it, bro. That's how I go back and watch fights. So I don't always watch with commentary. And the thing for me is, and that's why I say I see in different light, because sometimes when I'm watching live, we get down to business, or we get down with it, man. Like I got alcohol in my yard. I like fight nights because it's a celebrating night for me. But at the same time, when you go back and you want to see a different view, when there's nobody there and you with your own thoughts, it's nice. It's almost the same effect. Chig will back me on this. When you go into a stadium and watch football, there's nobody commentating. You're not listening to fucking what you call it, Gareth Southgate and fucking
Alan Smith. Alan Smith.
You're not listening to those cunts. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're with your thoughts, and what you see is what you see, and then you make up your own mind based on what you see. It's almost like that, and it's one of the reasons why I like going to grounds to watch the game, so I can make my own informed choice on what I see rather than what the commentary is trying to tell you. So I know. Commentary definitely has influence, and even DC is admitted to it that sometimes when he's commentating, it's so hard for him not to root for the people that he really fucks with. This is admitted it. Say it's the most difficult thing to do. He's still learning to do it, but in some of his calls, you can see that he can't help it, and it's something that he's working on. And fair play to him for coming out and putting that out there, on the Ariel Lawani show.
And also, I would like to say, Diego, the judges don't hear.
Oh, lucky.
I was gonna say turn the mic down because you were like kind of loud. You, not her. You were loud, not her. Yeah, when you talk, just I'm just saying, when you're gonna talk to someone else, turn the mic off because you're loud, not the person.
Blame my niece all you want, man. Blame my baby niece all you want.
I said, see. I said you're loud.
You carry on blaming my baby niece.
You shouted into the mic. With Diego, what I was gonna say was the judges don't hear the commentary because they're watching the fight. Their screen, they don't hear anything.
But they hear them. They hear them without the crowd. Without
the crowd is different. Yeah. Without the crowd is different, but before that they didn't hear anything. They just watch the fight. They have screens. They have 2 screens, and then the cage to watch as well. So that's what they used to do. I don't. Now they could definitely be influenced by it, because even what you call Dante's just making me laugh, man. Steve,
no, Dante's on it, man. I like what Dante's saying there. You know what I mean? Because God knows how these guys how they live in fights, how they stopping fights late and giving wrong decisions. Like, how the fuck is this happening at this level?
It's very simple. What you need to do.
I'll still say that stoppage
as judges. That's all. That's all you need.
I'll still say that stoppage for Jose Aldo, that was brought by his complaints of how Max Aldo 1 was stopped.
So yeah.
Because it was the same way. He crouched the same way. And as soon as they stopped it, he kicked off about it, started doing everything he could. Yeah.
Have you guys go on. Have you guys seen all the names in the world that Kobe has been calling McGoddard? Like, he's been calling him every name under the sun. He's a cheat.
Probably the best ref.
He's a no. He's still Herb Dean, man. No. Did you see the way Herb Dean dashed that man the other week? Yo, I've never seen Herb Dean bust a skill like that. The man gone in.
He's a fighter.
The man done his shoulder toss, man. Like, God, was that Herb Dean? Did I just see Herb go in and dash a man like, yo? Like,
go put Herb Dean versus UFC fights. Herb Dean's in cage fights. Herb Dean's a fighter.
Yeah, man. Herb Dean's a real one. That's why it's even more of a reason why you got to put him up there. I'm not saying my God of the shit. It's up there as well. But I like Herb Dean, man, and he's been around for a long time, and that counts for something.
My God was, I don't know if he was a fighter, but I knew he was a coach for the English boy before.
He's got that cauliflower ear, man. He's done something, man. That boy's done something. He's done something.
He's got a gym.
He ain't no civilian, that's for sure. He ain't no civilian. He definitely ain't no civilian.
Most of them anyway. Most of them are saying anyway.
I would not like to fucking meet that boy there on the corner of anywhere after fucking after a night out, blood. You would want to buck him. You know what I mean? He's
only Steve Mazzagatti. Only Steve Mazzagatti.
Not even him. Not even what's that brother's name? Kawasaki. Is it Kawasaki?
No, Steve Mazzagatti. Steve Mazzagatti.
No, there's another one that does the fucking thing like that.
Steve Mazzagatti. That's the one.
No, this brother is Japanese.
Steve Mazzagatti. That's the one.
The one that got sacked. He got sacked time ago.
Mario's. He does the heart.
Yeah. You know what I'm on about.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. I don't know what Will's going on about, man. No, it's not, bro. It's not. I
swear it's Mazzagatti.
How can he be? He's not. He's a Japanese brother. We're not talking about no Italian-looking brother, man.
You don't know that. No. It could go
Chig.
for Hawaii.
No, you know what? Do you know what? I think Will's right. I think that's his name. No. I think that's his name. He does the heart.
I'll wait.
I'll find out. So we can wrap up.
I'll wait.
Hold on. I'm gonna check this shit out. Like,
check it out. I'll wait. I'll be here. I'm here. I ain't gone. Still here. You still there, pussy? Yes, I'm still here. Still here. Ooh.
No,
is it again? Because I can see your face.
Yamakasi.
Fuck you, Will. That brother. Fuck you, blood. Fuck you, blood. Big, yeah, you waited, didn't you? Yamasaki, that brother that does the hot thing, man. Yeah. Come on, man, you're mad. That brother got sacked long time ago. This guy's still here. Thank you, Dante. You know what I mean? Different guy.
I found out, just so you know.
Oh, yeah. I'm Pukino. Shout out to all of you that yeah, man. That's the one. That brother there. But I'll wait. Yeah. You're still waiting. You're buffering right now, blood. You're buffering.
Oh dear. Anyway,
All right, we're
get
in
off
Ola's
that.
realm right now. No. Ola's got one last thing to say before we leave.
Go on.
Ariel, motherfucking Helwani. Where do I start with this guy? I've had enough of this guy, you know.
Nah, that's your guy. No. You
He
ride
is
for
my-
this guy. That's your guy you ride for. No. We ain't doing this today.
All right, okay.
You better fucking ride for this guy.
Let me prefix. You know,
I
I've
wanna
not
hear this.
fucking I've not used that phrase tonight. I've stayed away from it because of Archie. Archie, let it be known that I do listen to you sometimes. So I stayed away from it, and now Willis brought it back up. I ride with Ariel. You know what I mean? I've been riding with that guy. You know, I've been riding with him every night. I've been riding with him. I'm on the show every time. I ain't even gonna lie. I
God.
watch his shit, but the narrative, it was one of the people that I said from last week sickened me, and I couldn't watch his shit. So because this is not just something that's been going on from this week. So it was all up on fucking Masvidal's fucking dick the whole of fucking last week, and the whole 6 days build up from when they got the news. It was on Masvidal's fucking dick, blood, riding it like a schoolgirl. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on here, Ariel? You're supposed to give a balanced view. Give your guy some credit. Hold on. Give us as a journalist that's trying to push our stories and get the people that fuck with the fans of both sides involved, because you want to get as many people involved in your story as possible. But because he doesn't want to offend, it goes with Masvidal. Okay, I don't mind it. But when you've done your story, then don't just go on this crazy narrative that this, that, and that. And then when that narrative don't come along and doesn't happen, you want to start pushing somebody else instead of Gilbert Burns, the man that rightfully earned the thing. Yeah, because I've told you this, yeah, even behind the scenes, we like to keep it in this table. You know what I mean? And the man's trying to push the thing outside this table. Yeah, and obviously he's rubbed Ali Abdulaziz. He's rubbed him the wrong way, and rightfully so. He was rubbing me the wrong way. I was turning off his shit. Like how am I watching this show and like 20 minutes into it, because he start talking poop, I'm turning it off. And I've been saying the whole time, yeah, nobody's come on this show more than me, asking why Leon Edwards ain't been saying nothing. Every time I bring it up, I lied, William. Yeah,
That's true.
I bring
Very
it up
true.
all the time.
Very
So
true.
it's not like I don't want to see Leon Edwards get his shot, but I don't want to see other people that's actually earned it get pushed, you know what I mean, out of the way. Because somebody with a big platform is fucking pushing for that. I'm pushing the narrative.
But now go on.
And this is the thing with what the problem is. Because you've got a big platform and you can push narratives. No, it's not like, look, the one thing is this. We know Dana ain't listening to fucking Ariel to do matchmaking. We know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that Gilbert Burns is number one. Unless it tests, say, positive for Corona again and again and again. At some point, he's going to fight Usman. Now, Usman, I think he'll do what he can. And I think that's why he's playing this whole calling out GSP. We know GSP ain't coming back. But he's calling out this whole GSP thing to let Gilbert Burns heal from this whole Corona thing. Get yourself right. Get back into the thing. And then we will dance when the time is right. So in my eyes, I think even though Ariel's pushing Leon Edwards, I think he's pushing him the wrong way. He's
in
pushing
your
him.
eyes, you hate Ariel because he's been banned by Dominance MMA.
Contrary to that,
Yeah,
we will tell
yeah.
you that I do like Ariel.
He likes Ariel.
I really like Ariel.
Yeah,
but I don't like the way he's pushing.
He cross dominant MMA.
It's cross dominant MMA.
Right,
So I'm gonna cancel him for 2 weeks.
Around the bush here.
I'm gonna cancel him for 2 weeks. He got 2 week sentence with hard labor.
Yo, all I gotta say.
He got 2 week sentence, man.
All I gotta say is I've been saying this from the beginning. I didn't want to sound like a hater to Ola, yeah, but even before,
but you are a hater.
Nah, even before Ola started telling me about his like for Ariel, I didn't even like Ariel anyway, because I used to always think this guy fucks up everything, man. The questions he asks these people and all these things, even before Dana said, and then when Dana had to go at him, I started actually listening to Ariel to see if is Dana being a little bit too harsh on him.
No, he's a dick.
I hated him even more. Because the questions he will ask, it's got nothing to do with the fight. It's got absolutely nothing to do with the fight.
Right.
Oh,
let me tell you one thing you gotta accept about Ariel. He's a nosy cunt. No. He's a nosy cunt. Like that's why he asks questions that don't got nothing to do. I'm just saying to you, you have to understand the man's characteristics and his makeup. He's a nosy cunt.
There's things there, yeah. There's things there that he says to us, yeah. That to the fans, it might be great news or whatever it is. We get the exclusive first or whatever it is, yeah. But when you work for a company that has a way of working, like their thing is to announce things during the middle of a big event, yeah. And then
I can't believe Chig is yamming all that jollof by himself, man. He ain't even offering man no jollof.
Ah, brother, man, do that.
Like, I just hug up.
How do you know it's right? I'm impressed.
That's what I'm saying. How do you know?
How do you know?
Come on, fam. You could hear the way the plate was scraping, blood. You know what I mean? Plate only scrape for one thing, blood, like that, blood. You know what I mean? Come on. If you eat enough rice like I do, but you know the sound of that thing there, man.
Anyway, going back to what I was saying, yeah. Ariel is a bitch. Always been a bitch. When you listen to the more you listen to him, even going back from Nate Diaz back in the day, and then now you listen to him, you just think, come
I'll
on,
subscribe to that.
And also the fact that, like I said, if you work for a company that you have exclusives to interview like all the fighters, yeah. And then you constantly, like if they tell you a secret, then it's bang, it's out. They tell you, oh, this is going on, Ariel. You can't believe this is gonna happen. It's just like I'm gonna do. Then bang, he tells the whole fucking world without anything. How many fighters have said that? How many fighters don't trust him anymore? Do you get what I'm saying? So for
listen,
from all of these things,
he's like the DJ Vlad of the MMA world.
Oh,
he's worse than Vlad. No.
Chig went there. But you're right,
disrespecting Vlad. You're disrespecting
Chig
Vlad.
is right though.
You're disrespecting Vlad.
Vlad he's antagonistic, bro.
You're disrespecting Vlad.
Blood. Go tell that to Joe Budden. Go tell that to Joe Budden, blood. Go and tell that to Joe Budden.
This guy's worse.
Go and tell that to Joe Budden. Tell that to Joe Budden. I don't know. I think they're on the same level.
Look,
Chig is right. I'll go with that assessment, Chig.
Listen, Vlad don't work for a company that he bites their hand off.
Yeah.
He's worse than Vlad. Trust me, he's worse than Vlad. Whichever way you put we knew him through UFC.
Just
UFC sacked him. UFC sacked him. Remember this. UFC sacked him. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? He's a bitch, man. That guy.
Look, not many fighters. Nick
Diaz don't like that cunt.
Not many fighters. I actually, like I said to Will, I said this to Will. I said it to you in the middle of the week. I promoted Brett Okamoto. You know what I mean? He's in prime position right now. You know what I mean?
And to be fair, I do watch the.
But Ariel is still got a big. Exactly, you have to. He's got DT on there. How can you not watch it?
I watched the Ariel and DC show because I like.
You've got to watch that. I like DC's perspective on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was DC telling him the other day when he was calling?
He's a fucking headache. He's like a fucking little tick. It's a migraine. It's like a fucking little. DC was fucking losing his fucking mind trying to explain shit to Ariel.
Yeah. When he was saying, yeah, but his only claim to fame was going 5 rounds with Adesanya, and he goes, yo, you can't tell a fighter that. And he was like, yeah, but it's true. His only claim to fame was going 5 rounds. I was thinking, look at him. You stepped in the fucking octagon before.
Who was he saying that about?
I ain't gonna lie.
Mark Vittori. Saying that about Vittori will only get you banged out, man. You know what I mean? And Vittori's got a shot fuse anyways.
We can say it, yeah. We can say it. We ain't got to interview all
we
these
don't.
fighters.
We don't deal with these fighters.
You get
for
what
real.
I'm saying? We don't. So it's like us going back to Vlad, using Vlad. Vlad don't work for all of these guys he brings on. He don't work for them to get them counter cross with each other.
Neither does Ariel. Ariel don't work for them.
No, he got.
He don't
sacked
work for the UFC.
He got sacked, and guess where he's working? ESPN.
He works for ESPN.
And guess where the new station of UFC
yeah, but
is?
Ariel's contract with ESPN is different to whatever partnership ESPN has got with UFC. You know what I mean? Ariel can speak to somebody from WWE, like Undertaker, like he's been doing. It doesn't have to be a UFC fighter all the time. His contract does not restrict him to just UFC. He's a journalist. He's a reporter.
No. On his podcast, he can talk to anyone.
Because that's
but on the ESP channel, he's assigned to UFC.
No,
he's assigned to UFC matters.
Why did he talk to Undertaker? Why did he talk to Undertaker on ESPN?
About what?
About his whole career and thing. Why did he talk to Undertaker on ESPN? He did, and I watched it. You know what I mean? So it's not like I saw it and I watched it. It's a good interview as well. Look, at the end of the day, Ariel is an entity at the moment, and it's a big one at that at ESPN. But his line of questioning and his narrative is what I'm not it's not what I'm feeling at the moment, because all these other journalists, they just ask questions and don't push narrative. You don't hear Brett Okamoto saying this person has to, why ain't this person fighting for this and that person fighting for that and this person? He just asks the questions.
Find the balance, bro.
You gotta find the right balance.
That's another part of him that does my head in. He feels like he's so important that what he says should go, and that's it.
Yeah. Because he's got a massive following.
Man, fuck that guy, man.
That's the only reason. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying why it could be moving like that. I'm not defending him, and to me, it's definitely on this one. It crossed the line with Burns, because I feel like the way he was trying to.
He's crossed the line so many times.
Yeah, I'm just saying we're talking about this one though, because this is the one where he got banned. This is the one, and look, let's look at the champions that's in the stable that don't mess with him. Khabib don't like him. Khabib come out and said it so many times. You stabbed me in the back, bare times. You know what I mean? This is what I'm trying to say, Dante. You know what I mean? Khabib said you stabbed me in the back, but Usman don't go to him. Yeah, that's another one.
I'm listening.
Amanda don't go to him. Amanda will go to Brett. And she's from a whole different management. So it's not a fucking dominance thing. It's just people that don't fuck with him. There's a lot of people that don't fuck with him. Stipe don't go to him. Stipe will go to Brett. Stipe, have you seen Stipe on Ariel's show? No,
never.
He don't go. Stipe won't go to him. You know what I mean? There's just loads of fighters that's like they got this opinion of Ariel, and I understand it, but he's got a big following, and that's why you gotta look on his Twitter. This guy only has to tweet something, and the thing goes mad. You know, and a lot of the popular fighters are drawn to him. A lot of the popular fighters, like Israel's drawn to him, Connor's drawn to him. He's got some popular fighters on his side. Masvidal's drawn to him.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Masvidal's drawn to him. So when you look at the popular fighters that he's got on his side. That's why it's popping like that. And look, he's a good journalist because as a journalist, you gotta be able to you gotta be able to see things and be nosy at the same time. At the same time, you gotta be nosy and ask questions that ain't even got it's not even none of your business. Like some of the shit that I see this guy asking fucking DC about his haircut. I'm thinking, bro, you're gonna start asking about what he's doing in the bedroom with his missus. You're talking about
Next.
the bird,
Yeah.
who's got the biggest internet. Like, I'm thinking, well, bro, what's that got to do with anything? And then he will fucking go at DC for not telling him shit. Like, how you keeping? He's telling DC, why are you keeping that away from me? I thought we were friends. Like, bro, no, we're not that
Because
close
not
of a friend.
everything's fucking. Yeah, exactly. You
know
don't
what I
tell me
mean?
everything, do you?
You know what I mean? So, like, well, I tell you everything, but like me,
No,
DC
yeah.
and Ariel, they're not like me and you. You know, you know what I'm saying? Wow, guy, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's crazy. It's crazy, and like I said, for me, Chig will agree as well. Ariel is banned on my team. I'm not even gonna browse that fucker for the next 2 weeks, man. If Ali say he's banned, then he's banned. That's how. That's
All right. Well,
love it.
that was all a segment on the latest with MMA dominance.
well, we're doing something every week, man.
Yeah, every week you have a little segment.
I wouldn't even go back and forth with him on that one. All right. He's in other words, Ariel's on timeout with Ola. No problem.
He's on timeout,
Yeah.
man. He's on timeout.
All right, guys. We hope you've liked the show. Done almost 2 hours now. So please do smash a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be back again next week because A, it's what we do, and B, there's another fight night card, another big fight we're all looking forward to. And that's Till. That's going to be a swingers, that one. I like the sound of it. So, yeah, looking forward to that. So,
Bobby Knuckles.
One of Ola's hated boys is about to fight. One guy who he wants to fight in Ghana. One of the guys.
I like to, man. You know what I mean? Stop making me out.
Pre-corona,
to want this guy is murdered, man. Stop making me out to be a fucking murder conspirator, man. I don't want none of these guys dead, man. You know what I mean? I like this guy.
Oh, but yeah, go on, Chig.
All right, guys, we are out of here, man. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy, and we'll be back next week. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Salute.